Welcome to the Michele Roys Show.
Hello and welcome to another Michele Roys Show. I am so grateful that you're here with me today. And today we're going to talk a little bit about a power cut that happened in Portugal and a couple of lessons that I learned through that. And I hope it can help you in everything you're doing as well. So my friend, once again, remember, take some time now to relax, to enjoy, and whatever you're doing, if you want to get us a drink or a cup of hot coffee or chocolate milk or whatever it is, let's try to have a good time together. So recently I was away on holidays in Portugal, and I love going to Portugal. Not only does it remind me a little bit of home, which I'm originally from Brazil, so the food, the language, it's really nice for me. But it was a time of recharging and it was a time with my family. And I was really looking forward to this. I was so grateful that the sun was out in the Algarve, and that's something that I really, really need a lot of time. I need heat in my body, and I don't know sometimes if that happens for you, but for me, it makes a huge difference to have the sun and to have just that extra warmth in my body. So I don't know if you follow the news or not, but there was this big power outage. I'll backtrack a little bit. So what we're doing on that Monday is I went for a massage, and it was a relaxing massage. Everything was going so nice and smooth. I had a beautiful soft music playing in the back. The masseuse was really nice and gentle, and all of a sudden the power turns off. There's no music. There's nothing. There's just a little bit of candlelight that was there. And my masseuse just said she's going to go check out what's happening. And I just allowed myself to be there. I was like, okay, this is not usual, but I'm going to try my best to do the best I can to enjoy this time. And so she comes back and says, there's a power cut, and continues with the massage. And here it goes again. My mind always goes on overdrive. Power cut. Why? All these things. And I had to bring my mind back and say, okay, Michele, you're here to relax. Can you just be here? Be present. She continued her massage, and I was just relaxing into it. I didn't have the music. That was okay. She was really, really good, and it was really gentle massage. So it was just to relax. So I really enjoyed it. And after that, when we're paying, my husband comes in to tell me that there's this power cut that's actually in the whole country and also in Spain and part of France. So my mind right away went to like, oh dear, this is not going to be like a quick solution, something that goes off fast. And mind you, I lived in India before as well, so I know what power cuts are. That was a normal occasion, so I was very used to it, but not in a first world country. You don't really expect it. And especially when you're on holidays, you don't plan for these things. So I had to really take some time to take stock right there. Okay, this is something that's out of my control. What can I do about it? So after I left with my husband and we kind of started understanding that this could be a little bit longer than we expected, we said, okay, what do we have? We only had 3 days before we came back home. And can we go to the shop? And we went, the three of us, me, my husband, and my son. And the lines were in the shop right now. Now, most of the shops have been closed, the ones that didn't have a generator, and the supermarket was open. And there was like these long lines. And right away, you start feeling people's emotions. You start feeling people's angst and things. And that's where you have to kind of calm your own mind and say, it's okay. You can do this, Michele. I don't want to get that. I want to kind of put a cloak on myself, because for my personal health journey, and I think for most people, stress really aggravates your pain. It really aggravates just anything, right? Because it's stress. So how can I allow myself the grace and compassion to go through something that everybody's going through without letting that energy of anxiety catch on to me, right? And so first thing we did is like my son, which is great, he's like, I can stand in line, Mom, and you guys get the things that we need. And I was just like, brilliant, very practical child. First thing that I wanted was papaya. I love papaya. And I can't really get good papaya, unfortunately, in Ireland because it's all imported and stuff. So anyway, this one was the first thing that I thought was really needed, papaya and yogurt. So we didn't need much, but it just helped that my husband was doing his part, I was doing my part, getting what I needed, and my son was standing in line. So it went generally fast compared to the fact that there were so many people in this particular small supermarket. But this is what we decided, when I looked at my husband and said, okay, what are we going to do? He's like, what can't we control? What can't we control, Michele? And I said, well, our response, right? Our response. So we want it to be a good reaction for my son, because he's also taking out from us, right? He's 16, but how do you react is how they're going to be reacting as well. And we said, well, enjoy the stay. Let's enjoy the stay. So we were able to do the shopping, and they had a little pasteleria, which is a close place next door, that they sell just like the little coffees and pastries and different ponjiquejo, which is beautiful cheese bread. I love it. And we were able to get a fresh squeezed orange juice and just sit there and start thinking about what are the positives about this. Well, the sun is out. We were able to get our shopping done. We have our phones pretty much fully charged. We got candles, which was one of the things that was almost completely gone by the time we went. And mind you, we were kind of early on the game. A lot of people afterwards, when we drove by, the supermarket line was like all the way outside on the street. So it was completely different. And just being able to take that time for gratitude together as we're enjoying our little lunch. And it's like a normal day. The generator's going on and everything was fine. And we said, well, what do we want to do now? How can we just enjoy? How can we just be? I said, let's go to the pool, take a book, and just spend the afternoon there, allowing ourselves to just relax, because it is the end of our holidays and we still want to be able to have a good time, regardless of the whole freaking country doesn't have power and nothing else is starting to work. How could we respond to that? And I share this with you because, in a way, sometimes life brings unexpected situations. You have no idea, all of a sudden a diagnosis comes in. You have an accident, or somebody that you know or you're close to, you lose a loved one, and all those things literally rattle you. How can you be present with it? How can you be compassionate with yourself and still be able to enjoy that time? When I'm saying enjoy, is more about giving yourself grace, love, kindness to be in that moment without allowing that stress, anxiety, worry to just overflow, which is a very natural reaction, right? We need to try to find out ways to control the situation. So I was so grateful to just go there, lie by the sun, on the beach, no, sorry, on the beach, on the pool, lie by the pool, finish a book that I grabbed to read that was actually at the Airbnb that I was staying in. And in 4 days, I read the whole book, and that was for me amazing. So I had a considerable amount of time to just be, to just relax. And it was so nice. I was able to get in the water with my son. It was a cold water in the pool, but the sun was still shining, so it was great. And just play with him and just enjoy seeing him doing his laps and little dives that he was trying to do, him and my husband, and giving them scores of 10, 9.5. But that was the power of the moment, of being present. And I'm sharing this to you because I feel a lot of times that for me, this analogy was something with my own health. In the beginning of my journey, it was so hard to let go of control. I needed to know the answers now, now, now. I needed to get better right now. And it was just not working that way. I didn't have the whole pictures. The doctors didn't have the pictures. The freaking MRIs didn't have the pictures. It took time. And it took time for me to learn to let go. To now be in this position that when other things and other events outside of me come around, I can get back to this stability of asking myself these questions. And the rest of the day was really beautiful. We had a little picnic dinner and we had a little stroll on the beach, which was really close to where we were staying, saw the sunset, and it was just a memorable time. My son was recording himself doing a little jog on the beach, and I can remember every single detail of that because I chose to be present. I didn't want that anxiety and stress that was going on. The cell tower stopped working. No communication with the outside world was happening anyway. No power was there. I mean, there was tension, and I'm not making it light. And I know some people had a really difficult time, but I was able to enjoy those moments with my family even more. And what I'm bringing out with this is that for me it was a great reminder of my health journey. I still have days that I have no answers to what's going on. And I just need to trust. I need to trust that God has a plan. I need to trust that what I can do is what I can do. But me worrying about what I can't see, figure it out, and all of that, it's not helping me. It's actually causing more oxidation stress in my body. It's causing my cells to deteriorate even faster. And it's not helping me to produce that calm sensation, right? Getting this parasympathetic system to just relax and tell yourself, you're okay, you're safe. And that is such an important lesson. So through all of this, one of the main things I was able to learn and remind myself is that, hey, I can't let go of things that I can't control. I can't control the power, but I can control what I do without the power, right? And being able to be present, enjoy the candlelight, and being able to go to bed early. I mean, that's how people lived before. But how do you adapt to circumstances that change and are beyond your control? That's a question. And what are the things that you can do? And what are the things you can let go? And how can you be present? How can you protect your peace and not allow that energy that's around of negativity or pull that other people have affect you? So I wanted to just share, just retracking all, it's 3 main points, right, that you can take from this little story. And the first thing is to analyze. Analyze the things that you can do and the things you can't do. So even with my example of going shopping, that was something I could do, but I could not take care of bringing the power or know when the power was going to come back, or wait, the whole country didn't know that. But I could just choose in that moment, choose to be present, right? Which leads me to point 2, which is be present. So being present means what? That you don't let your mind go back and, oh my God, this is that or the other, and what can I do about this? And I haven't got the results for that. And all of these things that can go crazy in your mind. Think about the future or the past, but being present in the moment to just say, can I sit here? Can I read this book? Can I enjoy my family in the pool? Can I enjoy a little stroll on the beach? Or can I just enjoy opening the windows and letting the birds, like I keep saying this, I love to listen to the birds chirping because it's just so calming. It's making me be present. Can I see the colors of the flowers? Can I look at the trees? Maybe that's something you can do as well. And number 3, which I think is the main point, is can I trust God completely? And when I say that, it's can I really give it to Him, to a higher power, whatever it is that you call your power, your God? Can I let them go and take care of what I can't take care of? Can I trust that He has the best for me? Yes. A verse in the Bible that reminds me, it says that He will keep them in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on Him because you trust in Him. So if we trust God and we keep our mind on Him, that we know that He is the God of all things, the creator of all flesh. He can take care of us. He can make beautiful flowers and beautiful birds, and we're more important than that. Can I just let go and say, okay, God, I surrender to you. You take care of it. You take care of my health. You take care of the things that I can't control. You take care of my job or my loved one that passed away or is not doing well. I trust that you are in control, that you love me, and that you're going to bring me through anything if I continue trusting in you. So my friend, I don't want to take too much of your time. I just wanted to say these little things to you and share this with you, some tips that has helped me, especially on not only something that happened recently with this power outage, but it's also a lesson in life, right? A lesson that how we can continue going forward, trusting, analyze what we can do and what we can't, let go of it. To be present with the moment and be here. Allow yourself the grace to just be present and enjoy the moments that you have right now. And 3, let go. Trust God. He loves you. He's going to be there for you. Just keep your eyes on Him. Thank you again for listening to this podcast. I'm so grateful to have you here, and please share this. Let other people know about this as well if this has helped you. And if you haven't read my book yet, I would love for you to get my book. It's called But You Look Just Fine, My Journey Through Rediscovered Joy Through My Chronic Pain and Invisible Illness. And they're in Amazon or in Limerick at O'Mahony's bookstores, or you can ask in different libraries you are around as well. My friend, thank you again. May God bless and keep you, and until next time.
This was the Michele Roys Show.